Hello, everybody. We meet again. Today I will talk about the around the world in 80-day summary. I will talk about the plot summary of the story. I don't want to talk too much. Hey, that's my cat. Yeah, Sammy. Oh, lame cat. Okay, I will show you. Let's see. Oh. Okay, let's see.
それ私なりにこの愛を確かめたいだけ私はもう理由などいらない君はまだ迷ってるのかなただ伝えたい想い他には何もいらない
The story starts in London on October 1 in 1872. Phileas Fox is a rich English gentleman and a bachelor living in solitude at number 7 Savile Row, Burlington Gardens. Despite his wealth, which is 40,000, equal to 2,065,000 and 10,000 today. Mr. Fox, whose continent is described as reposed in action, lives a modest life with habits carried out with a mathematical precision. Very little can be said about Mr. Fox's social life other than that he is a member of the Reform Club, having dismissed his former valet, James Fodder, for bringing him shaving water at 84 Fahrenheit instead of 86 Fahrenheit. Mr. Fox hires a Frenchman by the name of Jean Passepartout, who is about 30 years old, as a replacement. Later on that day, in the Reform Club, Fox gets involved in the argument over an article the Daily Telegraph, stating that with the opening of the new railway section in India, it is now possible to travel around the world in 80 days. He accepts a wager for 20,000 from his fellow club members, which he will receive if he makes it around the world in 80 days. Accompanied by Monsieur Passepartout, he leaves London by train at 8:45 p.m. on October 2, 1872, and it is due back at the Reform Club at the same time 80 days later, on December 21. Fox and Passepartout reached Suez in time. While they sat banking in Egypt, they are watched by a Scotland Yard detective named Fix, who has been dispatched from London in search of bank robber because Fox happens to answer the description of the bank robber. Fix mistakes Fox for the criminal, Since he cannot secure a warrant in time, Fox goes on board the steamer conveying the travelers to Bombay. During the voyage, Fix becomes acquainted with Passepartout without revealing his purpose on the voyage. Fox promised the engineer a large reward if he gets them to Bombay early. They dock 2 days ahead of schedule. After reaching India, they take a train from Bombay, known today as Mumbai, to Calcutta. About halfway there, Fox learns that the Daily Telegraph newspaper article was wrong. The railroad ends at Colby and starts again 50 miles further on at Allahabad. Fox promptly buys an elephant, hires a guide, and starts toward Allahabad. During the ride, they come across a procession in which a young Indian woman, Auda, is led to the sanctuary to be sacrificed by the process of Sati the next day by Brahmins. Since the young woman is struck with the smoke of opium and hemp, and is obviously not going voluntarily, the travelers decide to rescue her. They follow the procession to the side, where Passepartout secretly takes the place of Auda's depressing husband on the funeral pyre, on which she is burned the next morning. During the ceremony, he then rises from the pyre, scaring off the priest, and carries the young woman away. Due to this incident, the 2 days gained early are lost, but Fox showed no sign of regret. The travelers then hasten on to catch the train at the next railway station, taking Auda with them. At Calcutta, they can finally board a steamer going to Hong Kong. Fix, who has carefully been followed them, has Fox and Passepartout arrived in Calcutta. However, they jump bail and Fix is forced to follow them to Hong Kong. On board, he shows himself to Passepartout, who is delighted to meet again his traveling companion from the earlier voyage. In Hong Kong, it turns out that Auda, distant relative, in whose care they had been planning to leave her, has moved, probably to Holland, so they decide to take her with them to Europe. Meanwhile, still without a warrant, Fix sees Hong Kong as his last chance to arrest Fox on British soil. Around this time, Passepartout becomes convinced that Fix is a spy from the Reform Club, trying to see if Fox is really going around the world. However, Fix confides in Passepartout, who does not believe a word and remains convinced that his master is not a bank robber. To prevent Passepartout from informing his master about the premature departure of their next vessel, Fix gets Passepartout drunk and drugs him in an opium den. In his dizziness, Passepartout still manages to catch the steamer to Yokohama, but neglects to inform Fox. Fox, on the next day, discovers that he has missed his connection. He goes in search of the vessel that will take him to Yokohama. He finds a pilot boat that takes him and Auda to Shanghai, where they catch a steamer to Yokohama. In Yokohama, they go on a search for Passepartout, believing that he may have arrived there on the original boat. They find him in a circus, trying to earn the fare for his homeward journey. Reunited, The four board a steamer taking them across the Pacific to San Francisco. Frick promised Passepartout that now, having left British soil, he will no longer try to delay Fox's journey, but rather support him in getting back to Britain as fast as possible to minimize the amount of his share of the stolen money that Fox can spend. In San Francisco, they get an trans-American train to New York, encountering a number of obstacles, as well as a Mormon missionary. Along the way, a massive herd of bison crossing the tracks, a failing suspension bridge, and most disastrously, the train is attacked and overcome by Sioux warriors. After heroically uncoupling the locomotive from the chariot, Passepartout is kidnapped by the Indians, but Fox rescued him after some American soldiers volunteered to help. They continue by a wind-powered sled over the snowy prairie to Omaha, where they get a train to New York. Once in New York, and having missed departure of the ship in China by 45 minutes, Fox starts looking for an alternative for the crossing of Atlantic Ocean. He finds a small steamboat this time for Bordeaux. However, the captain of the boat refused to take the company to Liverpool, whereupon Fox consents to be taken to the Bordeaux for the price of $2,000 per passenger. On the voyage, he bribed and agreed to mutiny and take cars for Liverpool, against hurricane wind and going on full steam all the time. The boat runs out of fuel after a few days. Fox buys the boat at a very high price from the captain, shooting him thereby, and has the crew burn all of the wooden parts to keep up the steam. The companions arrive at Queenstown, Ireland, in time to reach London via Dublin and Liverpool before the deadline. However, once on British soil again, Vic produces a warrant and arrests Fox. A short time later, the misunderstanding is cleared up. The actual bank robber had been caught 3 days early in Edinburgh. In response to this, Fox, in a rare moment of impulse, punched Vic, who immediately falls to the ground. However, Fox has missed the train and returned to London 5 minutes later, and showed that he has lost the wager. In his London house the next day, he apologized to Ada for bringing her with him, saying he now has to live in poverty and cannot financially support her. Ada suddenly confessed that she loves him and asks him to marry her, which he gladly accepts. He calls for Passepartout to notify the Reverend. At the Reverend's, Passepartout learns that he is mistaken in the date, which he has to be Sunday, but which actually is Saturday, because the party traveled east, thereby getting a full day on their journey around the globe by crossing the international deadline. He did not notice this after landing in North America, because the only phase of the trip that depended on vehicle departing less often than daily was the Atlantic crossing, and he had hired his own ship for that. Passepartout hurried back to Fox, who immediately set off for the Reform Club, where he arrived just in time to win the wager. Fox marries Ada, and the journey around the world is complete. Perhaps Stu and Fogg carry only a carpet bag with only 2 shirts and 3 pairs of stockings each, a Macintosh, traveling cloth, and spare pair of shoes. The only book they carry is Bradshaw, Continental Railway Steam Transit and General Guide. This contains timetables, trains, and steamers. He also carries here a roll of English banknotes about 20,000 pounds. He also left with 20 guineas, one at of which he soon disposed. Thank you for your pay attention. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye.